Well, hi everybody, and this is Scott from the Groomsman channel. So what I'm going to be using today is a little bit of a special razor for me. I'm trying a new camera angle, trying to get the widescreen capture, so on and so forth. And the razor I'm going to be using here is a Tech Hybrid from France. This was a made in England razor that was imported to France. I have the original box for it. My understanding, I think this is a rhodium head on it too. It certainly has the glow of rhodium. I did give it a quick clean. As you can see, it's still got the mirror finish on it here. I'm going to be using some Dorco Titan blades because I've heard these are supposedly good from Fayez. So we're going to be giving these a go. I'm going to be using an oldie but a goodie soap. I actually have never used Arko soap, so I ordered 8 tubes of it. I have given one away recently. I do always do a like a test lather, so to speak, with them, just to see what we can do. This is going to be my first time using these blades, first time using this type of razor, and so on and so forth. This razor is in a very, very small case. I was told by my friend Rob Huffman that this would be a great travel razor. With the size of the case, I would seem to rather agree with that. So let's go ahead and get this loaded up here and see what we get. This is the first thing I've noticed about this. This tube is actually hollow on this razor. I've actually never seen that in any other Gillette. I mean, it's thick, so it's kind of like they drilled it out or lathed it out, so to speak. Actually has a pretty decent blade gap on that. The blade here, so as I'm going to be pulling it down or up, is going to go against the guard here with the open combs there. There's not resting on there. And I suspect that that's going to be have a slight aggression to it, just a little good blade feel. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But let the water warm up, go get my bowl and brush under it back. Alright. So this Arko soap, it is a hard soap. It comes in these little tubes, there ain't much to them. What I'm going to do is I have a bowl with a bunch of scalloping here. I'm going to kind of spin the soap in my bowl like this, so to speak. This is where you could, cut an almond off it or whatever, like lots of people do. But being I got a bowl, I can just kind of give it the spin in the bowl to kind of shred it, so to speak. And then I'm going to get my brush worked wet here. I'm not for sure how thirsty this soap is going to be. Thirsty is in reference to how much water a soap takes before it starts to build a lather, a good lather. So what I see already is really light, puffy lather with it here, you can see. Keep working it with the brush here. Yeah, it builds a substantial lather quite readily. It's more of an airy lather. It's not going to be one of those heavy ones that sits on your face and feels super dense. Because there is some soaps I feel like when you're using it, you can automatically just feel the weight of it on your face, alright? So it's good to see that we got other people contributing to our channel, the 5 of us. There is 5 groomsmen, and so far we've seen Fayez. We just saw Adam for the first time today with his review of the winning razor, which I do have the winning razor here to try. I don't know if I'm going to be a fan of it or not. We shall see. Work this lather in real good. Man, this soap just makes lather for days on it. Like I said, this is a light, fluffy lather. This is very much something that reminiscent of kind of almost like a barber saw. So we're gonna go see Santa here in a little bit, so I gotta get shaved up to see Santa. If I'm gonna see the big man with my daughter, we gotta be looking the part. So, all right, here we go. Got a little soap on me, a little bit right here. Warm the razor up. It's so light, so small in the hand. Okay, I take it back. It's not aggressive. Very mild razor. Well, not mild. Yeah, it's mild. It handles like 3 days of growth pretty easily. I have rather thick beard hair here. It's just mowing it down. Just like normal DEs, get a little bit of the drag feel for the fact that I got heavy growth. Not much though, to be honest with you. This being open comb lends itself to just mow through real good the growth. So, alright, here. So as you can see, it's going to town, doing my against the grain. With the grain. I don't do across the grain like a lot of people do. I do with and down, against, and then call it good enough. All right. One thing I use to get like right here on my chin and stuff, I just use my tongue, kind of like pushing out my tongue and lips, because it helps with making, pulling it taut, so to speak. And one thing I do to get under my nose sometimes, a lot of people, they talk about scalping it. What I do is I pull my lip down, tilt the razor at an angle, and use the corner of the razor to get up underneath your nose, alright? So there's the first one done. First pass. Not too bad for first pass. It's about typical. I didn't get very well under my chin there. I'll wet it up a little bit again. I always try to keep my face a little bit wet when I'm applying lather, because it helps when applying lather. It makes sure that it stays slippery when the razor's sliding over. It kind of, because the soap kind of goes on and acts as the the barrier, but the water, I feel, is like an in-between and incorporates itself into the soap, makes it much smoother. Arko's not bad. It's got a very just kind of like neutral scent. Very, one thing Fayez likes to do. There we go. My buddy Fayez. Take one out of his book. Alright. So, here we go. Finish lather. Man, that actually is just, the lather's getting better. That might be one you whisk it, let it rest a little bit, and then when you're applying, because I'm going to tell you, that lather went on much better that time. Now, it didn't go good at first, just it went really nice. Feels really good right now. Oh, Arko soap, not too bad. I like it. How's everyone been? How's the holiday been so far for everyone? Has Thanksgiving, was it good? That's good for me. Had a lot of good food. Personal life, everything's going good. Stupid new variant that's out, right? It's causing quite the stir at work for my people. I'm kind of over it. Alright, here you go. So, Dorco Titan blade. Very good, very smooth, very mild. I used the blade the other day. It was a Rapira Super Stainless. I used it in my Meta 4. And honestly, they kind of sucked. Because I was halfway through my against the grain, and it really was tugging a ton. I just felt like it had lost all sharpness to keep going, so to speak. Like it just kind of gave up. I got one weeper on my neck. Dry shaving, not in a shower. I didn't even wet my face until you saw it here on video, so my whiskers were nice and crispy, so to speak. I weren't ready for a shave, but one weeper, ain't nothing. That's just because I'm a doofus and hit it. So, good enough, passable. Yeah, I look like I got a little bit of a shadow or whatever, but I'm not one to sit here and try to get it. But this hybrid, I think it's a hybrid tech from England, from I think the 30s is when that thing comes from. If we were doing it close to like the new long comb of the US, it's probably 31, 32, somewhere in that range, would be my guess. Because it's a similar design. It's not the same design, but it's a similar design in the way that the comb is on it. That would be my guess for that razor. So, gave me a great shave. The Dorco Titan blade. I'll be interested to see how many shaves it will last. So I'm going to tell you right now, it was definitely not giving up. So, Arko soaps. I'll tell you what, they're cheap. Don't know how many shaves I could get out of a tube of this. That question is to be said. I mean, this is how big the thing is. As you can see there, because I rotated it on my bowl like I did at the beginning of this the very first time I used it too. And the only time I used it was to test lather. I test lather any new soap I get to try to just learn the soap, because every soap has its own different type of lathering technique. And that's something that I recommend for you. And it's not that I mean it has a different technique. What I mean is it has a different amount of water that it takes, a different number of amount of whisking, so to speak, you have to do to it to get it to be of good quality and standard. And lathering is something that's subjective, to be honest with you. What I recommend with lathering is finding it where it works for you. All right. I just got someone into the community the other day. I sent him some stuff. It should be there Monday. And, I sent him Arko. Matter of fact, I got it in the mail. I figured, it may not be the best soap to start with, but it's a cheaper soap, and someone who's looking to get into this is not looking to spend a ton of money on this kind of stuff, So let's go ahead and get my splash out here. It's an A&E splash. Give it a shake and go like that. I'm glad that the holidays are here, because one thing that the holidays somewhat do, haven't done this year yet, or at least that I've seen, is it likes to lighten the mood, so to speak. Everyone, gets off their soapbox, gets off their high horse that they have to do, so on and so forth, And it's, it's not a holiday just for kids, obviously. It's a holiday for all of us to give back to those of us who are less fortunate, to spend time with our families and friends, like all of you here. Like I did a giveaway. I give away pretty much, it wasn't a mint condition type G, but it was pretty close. Chic type G, just over the holidays to give thanks for all those of you who are our viewers and our channel, those of you who are part of the community, and so on and so forth. Because I only joined this community, I've been wet shaving since 2015. I joined this community only about a year ago. To all the different groups on Facebook, to all the different people I've met. I've met some, what's crazy is I am planning vacation trips with people who I have met on here. We are planning trips. I have only met one of the groomsmen in person. The other groomsmen are, they're good friends of mine. I consider them friends. It's crazy the way the community of these people on a whole are genuine people. They are good people. They are someone who is relaxed or chill or however you want to say it, because the world around us anymore just seems like nothing but chaos continuously, and that's why I enjoy shaving. It's just to get away, have a shave, share it with you all, and so on and so forth. So, given that, thank you everybody for joining me today. Want to leave it on a high note. I will try to be back before Christmas, all right? But if I do not see any of you again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you celebrate. Just enjoy the holidays, regardless of what you celebrate. It doesn't have to be Christmas, because that's the one thing. Almost all people this time of year have some value that they share and culture that they share with their families and friends. And I hope you enjoy these parts and times of the year as much as I do. So thank you guys again for joining us on our channel on The Groomsman. And this is Scott. Stay classy.